Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 and the Spider's Lair. We have done a great job of dealing with the webbed individuals right over here. They have been dealt with, and well, now we're exploring what secrets may yet exist here. And there's this very interesting laboratory that we want to check out. A burnt journal, that would be a good place to start. Let's read up, shall we? What do we have here? A burnt journal. Most of this book's pages have been carefully burned away. Those that remain contain a single sentence rewritten in varying stages of agitation. In her form I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. Some sort of change and like a transfiguration type spell. Changing forms, possibly. Let's see, carafe of water. What else do we have here? Wooden crate. Hammer and tongs and rope. Not super useful. We'll take some water. You never know when throwing water on something might actually be helpful. I think that's something I need to do more, is just sort of vet the things that I'm carrying with me. You know what I mean? Like, some of it is just useless garbage that I can sell or just discard out of hand. I'll have to take some time to do that, though. But for now, we have to read this web-covered journal. The pages of this tome are marred with stains, some blood or unknown ichor. This book's leaves are stuck together with thick webbing that leaches ink when pulled from the page. Only the final entry remains remotely legible. It is time. I will forever transcend this blasphemous flesh and refashion myself in the Queen's image. No longer will I be bound to this lowly form, this base shape of organ and bone. Even the arachnomancers of Menzoberranzan shall weep at my feet, their little spells so feeble and fleeting. Today I've found the House of Lolth, and I shall be its matriarch. So to me, from what I know of the D&D-verse, that sounds like drow to me. So drow are basically dark elves is the closest approximation I could make. They usually live underground, and they worship an evil spider or spider-adjacent deity known as Lolth. And given what we found here so far in this cavern, it makes a lot of sense. Spider step boots, immune to being enwebbed. Your movement speed is not affected by web surfaces. Again, this sounds like a great candidate for Gale to eat it. But for now, we'll go ahead and throw it on Penelope, seeing as how we are still in the spider's lair and likely will be for some time. A tattered journal. A journal filled with hastily sketched diagrams of spiders and various spell runes. The captions are largely written in code, save for a few passages near the end that are penned in shaky common. They can sense my devotion. It draws them. I hear them in the shadows, whispers from the Dark Mother. I woke to a gift wrapped in spider silk, a pair of boots taken from a heretic's corpse. Lolth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I am on the right path. Another gift, the corpse of a drow, sigils scarred upon his face. An arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, a calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessed image carved into my skin. Ugh. Gotta love a little bit of ritual scarring. Really amazing. Let's go ahead and pick this up while we're at it. I pick up just about everything that I read. I don't know to what extent it'll be useful, but you never know, right? The classic, oh my goodness. Classic RPG temptation, just pick up everything. What do we have here? Scroll of Mage Armor, Expeditious Retreat, Cloud of Daggers, Enlarge and Web. Yes, please. An ornate diagram is drawn upon this parchment, depicting a ritual of some kind. At the bottom, two figures, a spider and an elf, are sketched within overlapping circles. A single word is penned beneath them. Transcendence. I don't know. Like, unless you're literally becoming Spider-Man, I don't know to what extent becoming a spider is any better than being, like, I don't know, an elf. You know what I mean? Like, I guess you can climb up stuff pretty well. And I guess from the religious aspect, if you really venerate the spiders, then of course you're going to find great value in, you know, in being a spider. But I don't know. Not for me. No, thank you. Personally. What else do we have over here? Wooden crate. And I think let's light this brazier. Oh, there we go. A little bit of extra light. That's very nice. Looks like we've found everything. I guess we never picked up this bloody journal. This bloody journal. Did we even read it? Actually, I'm not sure if we did. No, we didn't. Though originally a screed on Lolth penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different hand writing atop it. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of profanity, while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Eliette, feels foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf, exalted by Lolth herself, my drow captors cannot fathom it. But I see their house's downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude, and I will worship Lolth with my very soul. Oh, we got inspiration from reading all the journals. That's nice. Where can I read about that? Read the Arachnomancer's journals at the bottom of the well. Very cool. So now we are rocking 2 inspiration points. Good for a couple sneaky rerolls, you know? Okay, so an Arachnomancer of the high elf variety, from what it sounds like, came down here because they were obsessed with Lolth, the Spider Queen. And sound like the drow and the spiders here were a little nonplussed. You know, who exactly is this person? What do they want? And the Arachnomancer may have found their untimely end already. Alright, we've got a phase spider down here we've got to be careful of. We will, of course, be fighting them in short order. But, it seems that they never travel alone, so we can expect a couple more individuals around here. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we don't want to take this particular approach. I think I would prefer, if possible, to be on these spider webs up here, where I can maybe get some advantage from a higher angle of elevation. Let's go ahead and sneak, if we can. Just because that will allow us to see where their visual range is. Alright, well, if we start to step on these... Oh my goodness, what is... The Phase Spider Matriarch, level 5, Predator of the Ethereal Plane. Yikes. Okay. Good thing we didn't just go out there apropos of nothing. Guys, can we hide behind here? Alright, so who do we have here? We've got 1, 2, like, lower spiders. We've got this Spider Matriarch. We've got these eggs over here, which are also highly suspicious. They could erupt at any time. How exactly do we want to handle this? Well, when the spider is on their webs, I think they are immune to being knocked off, unfortunately. Because that was my initial plan, is use the Eldritch Blast to knock them off their perch. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. Let's take inventory. So I have 0 spells left for Penelope. Wyll is full up. Gale, let's go ahead and use an Arcane Recovery to get a first level spell slot back. Cool. Alright, and he is probably going to be spent after this, more or less. Astarion, you know, he's always good. Let's also make sure that people have an equitable amount of healing potions distributed. Let's see here. Where exactly? Let's sort by type. And let's go over to the potions. Potion of healing. Let's split this up to 3. Something like that. And these we'll send to Wyll. So now Wyll has 3. Penelope has a bajillion. Gale needs some as well. So let's go ahead and split these up as well. Send those 3 to Gale. Very cool. And Astarion has 3, so he is pretty much set. I wonder, are there any spell scrolls that it would be worth for Gale to go ahead and learn? Let's just look real quick. What are the options? Burning Hands, which he could do pretty cheap. The only issue is that we would have to give up a different spell for him to learn it at the moment, and I don't know if I want to at this particular time. I also wonder if it would be worth to cast Featherfall preemptively before we start fighting, just in case we get knocked off somehow. That's my thought. Let's go ahead and save real quick while we're thinking about it. Alright. So here is the plan. We're actually going to go ahead and split up the crew a bit. Astarion, here's what I want you to do. You are going to come over here. Wyll is going to stand on the edge of this cliff. Penelope, I'm going to have you hang out right here, somewhat near the edge. And Gale, somewhat the same for you as well. Astarion, so what the plan is going to be is you're going to come down here behind this phase spider. You're going to get a sneak attack off on them. And after you do so, Wyll, if you don't do enough damage to kill them, Wyll is going to come up from the top, hopefully Eldritch Blast them into oblivion. Penelope and Gale will hopefully be able to help take out this rear spider. And by that point, that means that Mommy Spider will be all on her own, which is what we are all looking for. Before I forget, let's go ahead and reconjure. There we go. We can also ritually cast Featherfall. So why don't we do that real quick, actually. Cool. Alright, so Astarion, go ahead and kick us off, I guess. 21 damage, very nice. Wyll, go ahead and pop an Eldritch Blast. You coming up here. And Eldritch Blast this guy. Boom. Cool.
I can be subtle sometimes.
Penelope, you come up here to the edge. Can you hit this fool? 70%. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay. Very good. It's back to Astarion because we had the whole surprise round. You could sneak attack on them again. 27, they're down. That worked surprisingly perfectly. And now we're going to use a cunning action to dash. And we're going to run like hell for... Ooh. Actually, I wonder if I should be focusing on these spider eggs. They may end up hatching. Okay, well, we'll think about it. Penelope. I don't think we can hit from here. Oh, so also it's... We've already used our action, huh? I could use a potion of speed. I think we'll hold off for the moment. Maybe, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we'll pull back over here to take some pot shots at those eggs. End our turn. End Astarion's turn. The Raven. Maybe we'll bring the Raven down here. As far as you can get. And we're going to dash. And we're going to get you over here to start pecking away at these eggs, is my thought. So we'll end your turn there. Gale. I don't have a great idea of what to do with you for the moment. We too far away for Firebolt? I think we are. Maybe... Can I bring you over here and cast Firebolt on one of these? Actually, yes. Cool. One of the eggs is officially an omelet. Fully scrambled. Alright, we'll bring you back away a little bit. Cool. Resisted the, resisted that enwebbing. And Wyll, I think we'll just keep you right where you are, my friend. And Spider is all on their own, which is fantastic. Alright. Looks like our instincts were correct, and they are going to try to wake up the eggs. Ooh, they're going to successfully wake up the eggs, as a matter of fact. Oh, and she's very smart. She's back there taking cover as well. Can I get... Can I hide by any chance? Let me pull back here. Hide. And get a sneak attack. Oh, I can't get a sneak attack on them. Well, we'll do it on them, I guess. Alright, well, that's one of them down. And then, can I climb for free? Looks like I can climb for free, which is nice. I'm going to join the crew up here. And just move a tiny bit right there.
Never a dull moment.
I would like to focus her down, but she's only 30%. I'd rather get these little spiders down. Alright. Not amazing. And turn. Go ahead and beak attack on that. Miss. Great. Gale. Firebolt to that one. Good. Alright, only 2 baby spiders left. And turn. We'll do Eldritch Blast. Ooh, it's 60%. Oh, wow. If I hit this, then... Wouldn't they just fly off the cliff? Hang on. This is too good to pass up. Because remember, I do have Repelling Blast, so they get propelled backwards 15 feet, potentially into a chasm. Hang on. Is there anything that I can do to improve my chances? No, this is just a baller move from a baller warlock. Let's do this. Come on, 60%. Hit this. Yes! Wow. Wow, guys. I think that Repelling Blast is a little bit broken. We completely circumvented what would probably have been a very challenging boss encounter from a level 5 enemy just with a little judicious Warlock Eldritch Blasting. That is... I know you came here for a show, and by golly, that's what you're getting. That is awesome. let's just clean up these little egg spider babies here. There we go. One of them down. Yep. Penelope, just go ahead and pop a shot at this one down here. Boss encounter, trivialized, overcome. That's incredible. I have no words for that, but Wyll, I love you, buddy. That's great. Wow. And on top of that, we got a level up. So very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of cool stuff we can take advantage of. I don't know if level 4 usually has a whole lot for us, but you never know. All right, health increased. Class features another level 2 slot. We get an additional cantrip. We already have Mage Hand. We can get another one if we want. Let's see. Minor Illusion wouldn't be terrible. Friends, True Strike, pass. Blade Ward, pass. Yeah, none of these cantrips are amazing. Let's do Minor Illusion, I guess. Okay. And for spells, we get to pick up a level 2 spell. So we've got Silence. That's really good versus magic users. We've got Shatter, See Invisibility, Phantasmal Force, Lesser Restoration. That's not bad. Opens up locks, Hold Person, Heat Metal, Enthrall, Enhance Ability, Detect Thoughts. Detect Thoughts isn't too bad. Focus your mind to read the thoughts of certain creatures while talking to them. That's kind of a very high from a fun factor standpoint, and it works until long rest as long as you're concentrating on it. I don't think we have any other concentration spells, so actually that is what I'm most interested in. Why don't we grab that? Detect Thoughts, yeah. Oh, and we get a feat. All right. There are so many feats here. I'm going to need to pause real quick to read through them, remind myself what's good, and then I'll bring you back when I've decided. So this may be the most unsurprising choice, maybe the most basic choice ever. But I'm not apologizing, because it's fun too. I'm going to take the Lucky feat. Essentially, it allows you to re-roll 3 dice rolls per long rest, kind of at your discretion. It's extremely powerful, so powerful, in fact, that some like D&D tables in real life will actually restrict people from taking it. But we're not here to play fair. We're here for a good time, not a long time, and let's make the most of these rerolls. So we're going to take this Lucky feat for Penelope. And next up is going to be our Warlock. So for our Warlock, let's see. Another cantrip, another spell. Pretty simple. Oh, and a feat available. Cool. Let's see. What do we want to grab for Wyll? Honestly, I have to be honest, I'm a little disappointed with the Mage Hand in the game so far. So I don't know if that is going to be amazing. Cantrips for Warlocks, at least the damage dealing kind, are not going to be all that amazing because Eldritch Blast, which is a cantrip itself, pretty much is the only damage dealer that we're ever going to need. So really what we're looking for is more of a utility type spell. So that means either Minor Illusion or Friends. Well, since our main character already has Minor Illusion, I guess let's just switch it up and grab a Friends real quick. And then as far as his next one, we could always do Hex, which, let's see, would make, for example, our Eldritch Blast deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage and give a disadvantage on a specific ability. That's not terrible. Hellish Rebuke is alright as well because it's a reaction spell. So if we get hit, we could deal a ton of fire damage. What else do we have here? Scorching Ray is not bad. Mirror image is very good as well. 3 illusory duplicates. That's what Shadowheart has. Invisibility is all around good utility spell. Darkness is not too terrible. Heavily obscures and blinds the creatures within. Creatures cannot make it ranged attacks into or out of it. Crown of Madness, Cloud of Daggers, and Blindness. Well, Blindness we already kind of get from our familiar inflicting blind, like, fairly often, I'll be honest. So, Cloud of Daggers. Conjure a cloud of spinning daggers that attack anyone inside it. Now, that would have to be very particular because anyone includes our own party members as well. So, we would need to make absolutely sure that we were getting the effect that we wanted. Let's see here. I'm thinking maybe Darkness might be kind of interesting. Heavily obscures and blinds creatures within. Creatures cannot make it ranged attacks into or out of it. It's a 17-foot radius, so basically we would just drop it on top of a ranged person and force them to abandon their cover. Man, very, very tough decision here. I think we will... Well, I guess and blindness, or darkness and blindness is already kind of the same thing. Again, the effect that we're getting from our raven. So, I don't know, maybe we'll try this whole cloud of daggers thing. Like, we'll have to be very careful about where we place it. But it's going to do 44 slashing damage. It looks like it'll bypass AC. So, it'll be good as kind of like a something to control, like a choke point. And as far as a feat, let me read these over. I'm not going to take Lucky. I'm not going to do it for multiple characters. It's my main character privilege. Let me think about what I want to do for Wyll here. Okay, so for Wyll, I'm going to go ahead and just take the standard ability improvement. To be honest, I probably could have taken that with Penelope, but Lucky is just too much fun and will probably forfeit any future feats, at least for the short term, to go ahead and grab the ability improvement on Penelope. Throw it into Charisma to try to max out Charisma a bit more, but we will go ahead and do this kind of meat and potatoes upgrade for Wyll. So we're going to give him +1 to Charisma, which is very helpful for Warlocks, and then bump up his Constitution a bit more. So nothing too special there, but always very useful. And we've probably got some new spells to select for Gale, I would imagine. Very cool. All right, what kind of cantrip? Shocking Grasp is not too bad. The target cannot use reactions. The spell has advantage on creatures with metal armor. That's kind of a good all-purpose cantrip for wizards to have, so we'll grab that. And then 2 more spells to the playbook for our good buddy Gale. We really need some kind of AoE. I'm thinking maybe a flaming sphere might be helpful, because as we saw with the old baby spiders just now, fortunately we were able to, overcome that fight relatively easily, but it could have been a lot worse. So I'm wondering, flaming sphere damages nearby enemies and objects. You can move the sphere. It emits a bright light. Let's go ahead and grab that. That sounds pretty good. We'll take that. Cloud of Daggers, somebody else has already taken. I would prefer not to double up on that if at all possible. And then the other one we will take... Misty Step is not terrible for a wizard, just to get him out of harm's way quickly. I think we are going to go ahead and take that, because there are times in which they're going to try to melee the wizard, and having him able to have a hasty escape, I think, will be helpful. And then as far as feat, we're just going to go the standard ability improvement. We're going to keep throwing stuff into his intelligence. Maybe we'll do... Let's see what we want to do. 16 would get him an additional constitution. So yeah, we'll go 18 to get him to the next level of intelligence, and constitution as well for a few more hit points. There we are. And then last but not least, Astarion. Let's see what we want to do for you. Almost certainly going to want to level up. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. Ability improvement. Let's throw +1 into Dex. And what else do we want to do? Honestly, +2 to Dex. Let's try to max out Dex as much as possible. The max is 20, so one more level up in which we can get an ability improvement should do it. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and loot the corpses, such as there are. Of course, there's no corpse for the spider, since it is plummeting probably into eternity right now. I would guess a silk gland. Very good. We'll take all of those. All these spiderlings have not a gosh darn thing on them, but that's fine. What do we have here? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Let's just look around back here. Yeah, the spider's corpse is somewhere down into that chasm.
I feel a breeze. I wonder what's down there.
It's down here.
I smell adventure and rain.
Okay, are you implying that I can go down there? Dark amethyst. Is there something I can I pick this up? What exactly am I looking at? Dark amethyst. You can't shake the feeling that darkness seeps out of this heavy orb-like stone. I bet you it's something where if you throw it, it's basically like a darkness grenade, if I had to guess. I don't know. An Icarus egg clutch. Now what does that do? I'm tempted to shoot it. Probably a terrible idea. Alright, let's move a little bit more out of the way. And let's shoot it again. Oh, nothing. Okay. And now, let's see, what's down here? Oh, skeleton. Gold quarterstaff and a tourmaline ring. I think this Icarus egg clutch is basically just to provide light, so I don't know if it really does anything of importance. So all these spider eggs. Alright, I don't think there's anything we necessarily need to do with these. We will just leave them be. Ooh, here's a little waypoint over here. Nice, so we can easily get in and out of this area. Waypoint discovered, beautiful. So if we ever want to come back here, not sure why we would, but you know, there's the possibility. The Whispering Depths. Very cool. All right, let's check our map real quick. We have more or less cleared out this level. Well, except for this one little strand up here. So let me go ahead and get us to this one path over here and see if this is anything of interest. Okay, and we're back. There was really not much of else to see in that chasm, so we went ahead and went through the secret little doorway here into this hidden blacksmith's forge, and now we are just looting the room, making sure we want to pick up everything that is of use to us. And the first thing that I wanted to bring you back for is this wooden chest, which is in fact trapped. So we're going to roll a nice little oh, you have to decide if you want to trigger lucky ahead of time. Interesting. Well, we will not. We will just go ahead and roll straight up. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we deserve that, huh? Well, can we at least open it now? Well, there we go. Highcliff's blueprints. Intricate blueprints for 3 impressive sounding weapons. Still sounds like it's worth it. Cool. Precise arcs and neatly drawn lines form the blueprints of 3 weapons. A greatsword, a sickle, and a dagger. Each length and angle is marked with exact measurements, and forging instructions are printed carefully along the bottom of the page, emphasizing an unusual ingredient, susser bark. The susser bark can only be applied to an ordinary, unmodified blade.
Weapon blueprints. They call for susser bark.
Interesting. Do we...
If only I knew where to find some.
Yeah, I have no idea. Where would that... Find a susser tree. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss poem or something. All right. There's something up here. How can I get up there? Is it possible I can stack boxes and barrels and such to get up there? That's probably what we'll have to do. All right, nothing much here. All right, let's... We've got little wimpy bard arms right now. We're not very strong, but we are crafty. No one can doubt that about us. So we're going to do that. We're going to stack this one as well. Can I jump on top of here? Sure can. Can I jump on top of here? You know we can. Oh, smoke powder barrel? Too heavy to add to your inventory. Ooh. I would really like it, though. A great club and a sickle. Probably don't need to pick that up right at this very moment. But good to know that it's there. We'll go ahead and lockpick this one as well. Ooh, DC 15. This is going to be a little more challenging. If we can't do it, then we can always have Astarion try it. But, no. Looks like we nailed it. Cool. Infernal Iron. Whoa, a steel-forged sword. It does piercing damage. It's a short sword. That might be good for Shadowheart, maybe? And a blacksmith's note. Let's go ahead and read that. Specimen metal, hardness 9.5, very hard. Melting point unknown, color silver. Markings, red lacerations flecked with yellow dust. Source, Underdark. Notes, gift from Redacted. Faintly sulfuric odor, forging unsuccessful. Will not melt or warp at standard temperature. Ooh, so it's likely a magical weapon. And this infernal iron... Dented piece of black metal has a red shine to it, no matter the lighting. Faint screams echo through your mind whenever you touch it. You know, just normal stuff. Normal stuff for a weapon that's totally not concerning in the slightest. This battle axe is very heavy. Honestly, I wish there was a way I could just sort of get around this whole encumbrance thing. It's ending up being a real pain in the derriere, if you know what I mean. And this salami is very heavy for whatever reason. Send to camp, I guess. Cool. Alright. This kind of looks like a fake door, doesn't it? Or a fake wall or something? I guess not. I really want this smoke powder barrel because... Yeah, it does 44 plus 18 force. That would be very nice. Automatically critically hits objects and environments. Ooh, can maybe Gale pick it up? Yeah, you know we can. Okay, so we've got a little sneaky, explosive gunpowder barrel if we need it. I will almost certainly forget about it, and then maybe at one point in a great need, I will remember it, hopefully. Alright, nothing there. A mug of beer. Okay. Sure, I'll take a mug of beer. Why not? A little book. We'll pick that up to read later. We'll check this one here. A broom. I don't think we'll need that. And I wonder, we traveled fairly far under here. Under the underground, so I wonder where we're going to end up in the city. You know what I mean? Because our original goal was to clear out this goblin outpost. And I'll be interested to see what our progress will have been. Lots of thieves' tools. That's very nice. Very nice to see. Anything that I've forgotten here? Oh, a bunch of bottles up here we want to look at. Nothing there. Cupboard. We already checked the bottle rack up top. Sweet.
Have to keep going.
Some rope. There's a lot of rope that's available to us. Ooh, greatsword. That might be good for Lae'zel. Let's send it to Wyll, I guess. There's a lot of rope that's available to us in the world just for randomly picking up, and I don't know if it's good for anything, to be honest. Rotten cheese wheel. Send it to camp, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it. There's some items that you could pick up that I'm like, does this have a utility in combat, or is this just for the lulz? You know what I mean? All right, bottle rack, a trap disarm toolkit. Thank you very much. More thieves' tools. More thieves' tools. Man, this is your one-stop shop for thieves' tools. I'm very happy about that. A rotten carrot. And it's the camp, I guess. Rotten chicken eggs. Ooh. You know what? I feel like that might actually have a use in combat. I don't know what it would be, or like what the actual mechanical effect would have, but it might be worth hanging on to, you know? A pleasurable deal, the shocking truth. Let's move this broom real quick. That's a very titillating title. Oh my. Below is a transcript of an interview with the writer and director of A Pleasurable Deal, Mr. Kingsley Harp. Interviewer. What was the inspiration behind this, if I may be so bold, entirely lewd piece of drama? I read that badly. Let's try that again. What was the inspiration behind this, if I may be so bold, entirely lewd piece of drama? It's about exploring the taboo, seeing who we as people really are. Yes, Robert makes a deal with the Cambion, but who wouldn't? Well, I like to think most people wouldn't. Then you don't know most people. Everyone wants something. Everyone needs something. Cambions can see it. In a way, they know us better than we know ourselves. But at the end of the play, Robert dies horribly. What does that say about what we, as you put it, need? You forget, Robert dies because he broke away from Carlisle. He didn't stay true to the deal they made. So you're encouraging people to make a pact with Hell's offspring? To give up, as Robert did, his soul? We only have one life. Why not make the most of it? So what was your deal? I beg your pardon? In fact, this was your directorial debut, wasn't it? You couldn't even get published in the tabloid Baldur's Bash before this play came out. Did you honestly trade your soul for an erotic play? All right, we're done here. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? We'll just hang on to that for a little bit of light reading later. All right, a crate, large bottle. It's very hard to see what's going on. Let's light this candle. A bunch of clothes, rags, and ooh, that's a fun hat. Let's grab that. Scruffy vagabond clothes. Cool. You know I am always game for a fun hat. Click. All right, let's save real quick before we encounter what may be through those doors. Very good. So let's see what's behind the doors.
Get over there! Surround them like!
Uh-oh. I know you're there. Show yourselves. Who am I looking at? What's happening? Keep quiet, I guess?
Oi! You just walked into the wrong town!
Uh-oh.
Don't bother running. My archer's got decent aim and plenty of arrows.
I didn't expect this.
Symbol glows marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Spare them the trouble and just let me pass. I'll be gone in no time. Sure, I'll try that. We may end up attacking them anyway, but at least this will give us a chance to get our bearings. You know what I mean? Nice.
Ugh. Suppose it's best to save our strength for a real threat.
Ooh.
Go on then. Just keep your nose clean.
Well, we'll see. Whoa. We gained experience. A lot of experience. Charlatan just passing through. Astarion is expired. Whoa. What did we do? Trick the goblins in Moonhaven. Instead of just straight up fighting them, I guess. Alright, well, it's nice to see that we get rewarded for finding creative solutions to problems. And I think that's a good sign for us to take a break here. When we come back, maybe we will continue to explore this town and see what other threats we can circumvent through the use of our glibness. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.